Early on in this channel's history, I had made a video trying to help people make sense of the various Prizm color variations that exist out there. Over time, that video has had a constant ongoing stream of viewers, which is telling me that this is something that a lot of people are trying to get their heads around. But I really do think my previous video needs an update, so this video is that. I'm going to outline for you in this video the most recent color variations in the most recent Prizm basketball release in the hope of helping you keep afloat amidst the flood of them. Let's get into this. So in this video, we're going to focus on basketball. If there is an interest from you all for me to also do something similar in football, please do let me know in the comments below. Originally, I was actually going to do them both together in one video, but really there's so many differences between the two, so it's probably just better and easier to put them separately. All right, so let's start off with what to expect in hobby boxes. In each 12-pack box of Prizm Hobby, there are expected to be 22 color parallels, meaning approximately 2 per pack. If you only get one, that probably means you're getting one of the 2 autos in the box, so that's cool. Now for the standard hobby boxes, the exclusive parallels you can find are the Mojo Prizms, numbered out of 25, the Gold Prizms, numbered out of 10, the Black Gold Prizms, numbered out of 5, and the Black Prizm 1 of 1s. There's plenty of non-exclusive to hobby parallels you can also find in hobby, and we will go over those here in a bit after I go over some of the exclusives. So now let's look at the Fast Break hobby boxes. The Fast Break boxes have 10 packs per box and 12 color variations per box, so usually 1 per pack, sometimes 2. Fast Break parallels all have those tiny little disco ball raindrop things all over the cards, and there are quite a few different parallels, all with those same little balls. Football released their Fast Break boxes a little earlier, so I'm going to show pictures for football cards here if I can't find a basketball picture, but basketball basically has the same design. The first is the unnumbered Fast Break parallel. Then you have the blue Fast Break Prizms, which are numbered out of 150 in basketball. They're actually numbered out of 79 in football, just FYI. The next is the red Fast Break Prizms, which are numbered out of 100 or 50 in football. Then the purple Fast Break Prizms, numbered out of 75. In football, they're out of 35. The bronze Fast Break Prizms are numbered out of 20. And then the neon green Fast Breaks are numbered out of 5, also out of 5 in football. So now as we get into the multitude of other parallels, let's begin with the unnumbered stuff. First we have here the Blue Wave, which last year was an Asia Tmall exclusive, and I believe it is again this year, though I couldn't find for sure the info on that. If it is, usually unnumbered Asian variation stuff does have a smaller print run than a lot of other unnumbered stuff, as well as a lower supply within the US market in particular, so sometimes a slightly higher value than other unnumbered parallels, but not like super rare. This picture here is from a Blue Wave from last year's Prizm set. I think they're going to look pretty much the same this year as well. The Tmall boxes also are where can be found the Red Wave, and the most rare of the Tmall variations, the Gold Wave. And the picture here also is from last year, but this year should look the same, I believe. Next, to look at are the Hyper Prizms from factory sets. Now I'm just going to show the image of the basic retail Hyper Prizm because it's hard to find pictures of all these other color variation Hypers that go along with the factory sets right now, but it's easy to get a mental image for what they're going to look like. The variations of this Hyper include ones in blue, green, orange, purple, and red, again all unnumbered. Let's take a look next at the different unnumbered ice parallels, sometimes called cracked ice. There's some numbered as well, but we'll look at those when we get to the numbered color parallels here in a bit. These are just the unnumbered ones. The first is the green ice. This picture is from the WNBA set, but the NBA cards look the same. The orange ice will just look like this one. This is Jaws from last year's set. And then the pink ice, and this one also is from last year's set, but they'll look the same this year. And then there's also the red ice, which will look just like this one from the football set. Next we have the blue, yellow, green choice parallel. This is an image from last year, but I think they're going to look similar again this year. I couldn't find a lot of pictures for some of these from this. They're too recent, but this gives you a very clear idea. These ones tend to be a little bit more valuable than a lot of other unnumbered parallels. A lot of the choice ones generally are, especially this next one here. This is the Tiger Stripe choice parallel. So these are super short printed and quite valuable on the open market. Next we have the green Prizms, which tend to be amongst the most common and least valuable of the color variations. Then we have the Pulsar Prizms, which similarly to the green Prizms don't have the highest of resale value for the most part, though a big name is always a big name, and we'll look at some different colored variations of the Pulsars later, which are numbered. Another lower end variation here is the Purple Wave. And then we have the Ruby Wave, which is extremely easy to confuse with the Red Wave, and I have found that it's always difficult to figure out the difference between those two. I don't exactly know how to say. I mean, there's a slight difference in color, but it's so slight, it's hard to tell unless they're right next to each other, I find. And then here we have the green wave, which I haven't actually seen myself, but I assume it's going to look very similar to the green wave from Prizm's Premier Soccer release, like this card here. Then next we've got the red, white, and blue variation, which I also haven't seen for this year's Prizm, but I expect that it's also going to be part of the cello packs like it was last year. They tend to be amongst the lowest end of the value spectrum, unless they do something different with them this year, which I don't think they will. I'd be surprised. This next one is a bit unique this year. This is the 75th anniversary variation. These ones seem to be a little bit more rare than some of the other unnumbered variations and do decently well in the single card market. There's also a diamond numbered version that we'll look at a bit later when we look at the numbered versions. And then of course you have the white sparkle variations, which cannot be pulled from regular packs and are found in special white sparkle packs that you'd be really lucky to get your hands on if you can figure out how. You can get them from the Panini website sometimes. And rounding out the unnumbered variations is the classic silver Prizm here. All right, now let's move on to the numbered parallels. Now I've mentioned a few already when discussing the hobby exclusives and fast break exclusives, so we won't double up on the ones I've already shown you, but the other numbered variation ones are the red Prizm, numbered out of 299, the blue Prizm, numbered out of 199, the purple ice Prizm, numbered out of 149, the blue ice Prizm, numbered out of 125, the purple Prizm, numbered out of 99, the red choice Prizm, numbered out of 88, which I haven't seen a picture of from this year, but I assume they'll look like last year's, such as this Ant-Man one here. Next one is unique to this year, the 75th anniversary Diamond Edition, numbered out of 75, to add some more to the long list of red-inspired variations. Next is the orange wave, numbered out of 60, and then the orange Prizm, numbered out of 49. Then we have the pink pulsar, numbered out of 42. This image is also from last year's set. This year's should look the same, I think. This next picture is also from last year's set. This is the blue choice Prizm, which is numbered out of 39 this year. The purple pulsar, numbered out of 35, just like last year. This is the blue shimmer, numbered out of 30. This is the green pulsar, numbered out of 25, which looks the same in these WNBA cards like they will in the NBA cards as well. Next is not this card I'm showing to you, which the picture here is the green, yellow, blue choice, but the new one is the red, blue, purple choice, numbered out of 15. But it's not one that I could find from this year, and it's not the same color combination as something they made last year, but looking at this card, you can kind of get a clear idea for what it's going to look like. It'll have that same kind of choice design to it. It will just be different colors, and this will be numbered out of 15. Next is the gold shimmer, numbered out of 10. This is from last year, but once again, the green choice is numbered out of 8 this year as well. Then there will be the lucky envelope Prizms, numbered out of 8, which also won't just be able to be pulled from regular packs, but from lucky envelopes instead. Now, we're getting down towards the end now. Next, we've got the green shimmer, numbered out of 5, like this KD from last year. Then on to the 1 of 1s, we've got the black shimmer 1 of 1 and the nebula choice 1 of 1, like this one from 2 years ago. Couldn't find any from this year or last year in a search. And then, of course, I mentioned earlier we have the black 1 of 1. So those are the 3 1 of 1s currently available for the base cards. Now, I do believe as far as base card parallels go, I think we've got them all covered here. There are, of course, inserts, variations, autograph cards as well, and those all have their own variations as well. But I think for the most part, those variations aren't quite so crazy many, oftentimes just a silver and a fast break variation most of the time, I think. And do keep in mind that I could totally be missing something from this list. I'm using the Beckett website to help me get all this organized, but I noticed some mistakes that even Beckett had on their checklist for this set. For example, on the website, it said that the red Prizm is out of 99, but I actually think it's out of 299, according to ComC. So who knows if there may be some other mistakes in here somewhere as well. It will probably, as there's more packs ripped and if there's any more different variations of things that are released over time, we might have more added to this pile eventually. But I think generally this is where we're at with the color variations. So I hope this has been helpful to you. If you'd like me to do something similar like this in a different sport or a different specific set, please do let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. But for now, peace.